What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Freshly Baked Props. As always, I'm Tony. If you like me, you can't stand those dumb vinyl capes that these guys come with. I hate them. And recently, I started doing fabric capes anyway, but I know that everybody does the wire method nowadays, so I just wanted to give that a shot. And it's a lot easier than I thought, just very tedious. So I'm not going to waste any time. I'm just going to show you how I did the Black Knights cape right now. All right, so first things first, grab your fabric. Then grab your wiring. I use 18 gauge wiring. I got this at Hobby Lobby. You're gonna bend it to a basic shape. That's not gonna matter because you're gonna shape it a bunch more times while it's in the cape. So just keep that in mind. So get your shape, cut it to size. That's a basic size. You can cut the axis when it's done. Just lay it in, see exactly where you wanna. Make sure it fits correctly. And then I used Fabric Fusion. Got this at Hobby Lobby. And then it's just an array of clamps and tweezers to hold the fabric in place. You could sew this too, and I did do that on one cape, and I'll explain it at the end of the video, but this does hold by itself. So you just got to take your time like I'm going to do right here. It does take a while to hold too, so just keep that in mind. Like, this thing isn't going to be instant fuse. This is not like Crazy Glue. And the reason I don't use Crazy Glue is because it leaves like a residue for one, and two, it gets stiff. This glue does not get stiff when it dries. So just take your time. Look, see, I'm doing here. I'm just folding over little flaps, and now I'm using the reverse tweezers to hold the main bottom piece in place, while I now work up my way up the top and glue it all down, and then use all these clamps that you see in front of you to hold it in place. Now I know like I'm gonna skip around on the video, but like each side takes about an hour, maybe an hour and a half to dry. So if you're working on a project and you just do this first, let it sit all day and work on your projects, because this does take some time. And you're going to need a lot of clips to hold that glue in place, because that glue will not hold right away. It's not rapid fuse. It says like it sets in like 5 minutes or whatever it said on the fucking bottle, but it was a bullshit. I had to do these tweezers a few times. So patience is the name of the game. I can't stress that enough. Right here is a little notch I cut in, because you can't just fold it over as one. It bunches up. So right here, I'm just folding one piece first. Then I'm going to clamp it down, let it set. And right here, I show you it's the other side now that I'm going to clamp down and glue. And I already did the other side there, so there it is all done. And now you can shape it how you want. It's great. It looks great, man. And now I'm going to work on the clasps, or the pendants, or whatever you want to call them. These are just Warhammer 40K skulls, and I just used Gorilla Glue. I did put sewing needles in the back of the skulls. I just used a hand drill, and pop those in. And right now I'm just Gorilla Gluing the skull itself to the cape, just so it doesn't move around. I didn't want it to, like, if it's just attached to the fabric, it'll move around. So if you like that, you can do that, but I wanted it to stay in place, so I glued it. And that'll set in 10 minutes. And right here I'm just removing the thing, and now I'm going to add the chain. The skulls really add a good dynamic to the cape. They made it look really good. And the chain is very thin chain at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, wherever you can get, like, go to the jewelry section and you'll find it. And I just loop them onto the sewing needle that I put in the back of the skull that's pushed through the fabric. And then I will take a pair of pliers here, bend the nail, and then squeeze the nail up against the skull as tight as I can get it so the chain doesn't come off. Very easy to do this stuff. It's just very tedious, and take your time, because you could crush that skull into the pliers. But there it is, all done and ready to go. Easy breezy, man. If you like me and you like fabric capes, do it this way. It's so much easier. Right here, I'm just finishing up on the other side, making sure that it's all bent to place and in good, nice and tight. And there it is, all done. You could paint the skulls any color you want. I just painted them silver. And this cape was meant for the Black Knight. This cape will fit most 6-inch figures. So if you use this, if you want, I can. I didn't make this template online. I made it by hand. But I can make a template online if you guys want this. I'll post that soon. But there you have it right there. Pop the head back on them. And you got yourself a fabric cape with wire in it. You can post it however you want. Thanks for watching, guys. So there you have it. Like I said, it's mad easy. it's tedious. The flaps here on these capes, sometimes the glue doesn't really adhere at first. So you just gotta clamp it down with those. I would highly recommend those tweezers that are already closed, the reverse tweezers, I think they're called. So I would highly recommend those or those clamps. They're hard to find, but I think you can find them at Home Depot. I think the Home Depot has all those sizes, and you just get those little metal guys. Don't get the plastic ones, get the metal ones. The metal ones have that flat, they really hold the fabric closed. So if you got nothing to do that day, I would clamp them down and leave, or just do something else. This one, the brown one, I actually stitched, because on this fabric, you look right here, I don't know if there you go, so you can see the stitching. The glue just refused to hold. Just would not hold. It was driving me up a fucking wall. So I just said, fuck it. I kept the clamps on them, I kept the tweezers on them, and I just stitched a nice straight line on both sides, and then all of a sudden the fucking glue held. So I guess, like I said, just leave it clamped, maybe it'll hold. This is a weird fabric, a weird suede type fabric, but I like the look on Man at Arms. This cape was actually just a happy accident, because the Mythic Legion's dwarf in the back here, his cape kind of fucking sucks. Like, it was this, and it was just a big red square piece of fabric that you just kind of bolt to his shoulders, and it would just drag behind him. It was like huge. So I was just like, that's kind of stupid. And I took it off him, and I made it for Hercules here. And I just did the wire method. And like I said, I haven't painted these things yet. The clamps, or clasps, whatever you want to call them, that are on all these guys. That's my favorite one, the bird one. And then, like I said, it's the same one. I just wanted to match the two guys. This is the Warhammer 40K skull collection. Like, I guess if you're making those miniatures, you get like a box, and it's just full of different skulls. And I got a lot more that I'm gonna make a lot more of this stuff with. But they're real easy to fuck with, and they're pretty good detail. So it's just a food for thought if you ever want to try doing this kind of stuff. That's how I did it. This guy, the way I fixed his cape was, this cape behind him is Hero's cape from the He-Man Mattel Masterverse series. Like, the cape that Hero comes with kind of sucks. It just goes to his knees. So I made him a proper cape, and I just put that on him. So that kind of worked out. Like I said, just mix and match. Just before I end, if you guys want to know how to make these little things, let me know, and I'll let you know. They're very easy, and it can save you a fortune, so you don't have to buy anything. You can just kind of make it yourself. It's very easy. So that's all I got today. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. Please share the video. Please let everybody know about it. I want to try to move up in that algorithm. I'm coming at you with a big project very, very soon. Check out for my live streams. I live stream on False Finish Productions, because right now I don't have enough subs to live stream here on Legend Series Props. So if you want to give me a little hand, please head on over to Legend Series if you're watching this on False Finish, and give me a like. If not, thank you for being here on Legend Series and liking and subscribing. So as always, I'm Tony. This has been Legend Series Props. Take it easy, guys.